If your child has special educational needs or a disability, you may be able to apply for education transport. You can find out how online. Be sure to read the eligibility criteria and guidelines carefully so an assessment can be made. If your child is found to be eligible, Essex County Council will consider their transport needs and decide on the most cost-effective option. This takes a range of things into account, like the distance to your allocated school and the available transport services in your area. Remember that the team's decision is final, so make sure you provide all relevant information in your application. Once transport has been allocated, you'll receive a letter with details of your transport provider. In some cases, you may be offered a travel allowance so you can organise transport yourself. Or your child may be offered free travel training to help them develop skills and confidence to use public transport on their own. In many cases, children are allocated transport with a licensed transport provider and share the journey with other young people. Your transport provider will be fully licensed to provide these services, following legal guidelines and best practice. They're here to make sure your child gets to and from school safely and comfortably. The transport provider may arrange a meeting with you before the first journey. This is your chance to get to know them, ask any questions, and tell them anything that will make the journey more comfortable for your child. You can also use this meeting to highlight any behavioural issues. Depending on the needs of the children being transported, your driver may also be supported by a passenger assistant. Like your driver, they'll be briefed on the needs of each child and may be trained in certain skills like first aid or wheelchair and tail lift operation. All passenger assistants and drivers will carry an ID badge. The first few weeks of a new routine are a period of settling in. Soon, most students come to look forward to their journeys, especially if they share it with friends. Routes are planned to include several pickups and drop-offs, so everyone needs to work together to ensure that things run smoothly. You'll be given your child's pickup time. Please make sure you're there on the dot, as the vehicle can't wait. It's also essential that an adult is there to see the child off and meet them on their return home. Often, journeys will be longer than if you travel directly by car, as several children are being picked up on the way. And as with all journeys, things sometimes happen that are out of our control, like roadworks, or a change of driver, or new children moving to the area. When something like this happens, your transport provider will do their best to inform you as soon as possible so any disruption is minimised. They'll also let you know if a different vehicle is going to be used, or if pick-up and drop-off times change. If there's a replacement driver or passenger assistant, you can always ask for their ID to set your mind at rest. Should any behavioural issues arise on the journey, the transport provider will work closely with the school and the child's parents to find a solution that works for all the children on that route. In fact, if you have any issue or concern, your transport provider is always the first person you should talk to. So keep their contact details close to hand at all times. Few things are more important than our children's future, and we're committed to helping them get the best possible start in life. If you're thinking of applying for education transport, it's worth getting started as soon as possible, so that Essex County Council and its transport providers can include you in their planning for the next school year. Good luck, and maybe we'll see you on board one day.